Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever part of the world you're watching this from. Welcome to an amazing episode of the weekly top 5 shoot. Like I promised you guys, I told you that this show is about those on the top of their game. Today I have a philanthropist at the building. He's a businessman, a real estate mogul, and to crown it all, a double chief. Don't worry, you get to meet him right after the break. Welcome back to the show. This is the weekly top 5 straight. If you're just joining me for the first time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that. Most importantly, turn on notification updates so you don't miss out on any of the amazing episodes coming your way. Also, drop your comments. Like I said, this shows us that we're on the right path to updating your playlist. Today, I have a very special guest in the building. He's a businessman, a real estate mogul, a philanthropist, and to crown it all, a double chief. He's the DK1 Abalizu or Mogul man of Ibuzo Kingdom, and also Otianya one of Obio Kingdom. No other person than Chief Lucky Abuah.
I am DK1 Abalizu, one of Ibuzo Kingdom. I'm also the Otianya one of Obio Kingdom. I'm a double chief, Chief Lucky Abuah from Ibuzo Kingdom, Delta State.
Chief Lucky, it's an honor to have you on set today. I'm really excited. Despite your busy schedules, at last we had you in set. Okay, so today there's just to be opportunity to listen to your top 5 songs. Look sure that there are some striking questions that if you also like to have answers to. You're known as a major player in Asaba real estate.
Yeah.
But some people claim that land dealings here are filled with backdoor transactions and strong and tactics. What's your response to that?
That's a strong question. It's very strong. It's controversial also, but the truth must be said.
Yes.
And I'm not far from the truth.
Yeah.
Delta State is fast known on development of land sales. You know, before we felt that Delta State is just all about oil. You know, everybody want to dig into oil. All the youth wants to have a taste of the oil. Not until boom, life became another alternative, and everybody again afterwards came. I be take of that land. Even the person that don't know how to do the business, the people that don't know how to do the business, the people that don't even know how the business goes about, they don't understand that. So we, the real estate, we suffer this a lot too. You know, one of the major reasons when you want to buy a cheap land, that's where you can suffer such kind of loss. Wow. Because when you go out there, you see a land that even you know that this land is worth millions, and you hear a boy or a man, it can be an old man, they can stage anything for money, and it's then cheap. They will sell that place for you for at least 200,000, and you will jump up. Wow. Immediately you see them buying a castle of land, going back to their families, being happy that they have bought a land. And before you know, when the rightful owner comes, they need them back his property.
Wow.
You understand? So most of the major problem is when you try, if you want to buy property, let's go to a name, a company that have integrity, a company that have a name, which is real estate. Don't just go about buying land for the individuals. A company have something to lose.
Yes, their reputation.
You understand?
It's on the line.
And if I tell you what those companies pass through with these local individuals they buy this land from, it's not easy. So if a company can pass through that, who are you? You understand? So I feel that what you are saying is the truth, but the major problem about that causes that stuff is when you want to buy a cheap land. You want to go through the corners to buy a cheap land. You must meet armed, you will meet fake people, and you won't think that they are actually truth people.
Wow.
You understand? That's our major problem in Delta. Everybody wants to be that. One of the real estate business.
It's very educating at the same time, interesting that we're getting this response from, because a lot of people are out there moving on with this narrative, but meanwhile they don't know that the people who fall prey for these people are the ones who want to cut through the corners to get a cheap now. That's quite understandable. Okay, now there are rumors that some big name in Asaba real estate can use political connection to acquire lands unfairly.
Have you ever benefited from political backing? No.
Wow.
No.
That's interesting. So
No. I've never.
I hope you guys can hear this directly. This is from the horse's mouth, Chief Lucky Abuah. He's a real estate consultant, a philanthropist, and a double chief. That's his contact right there on the screen in case you want to link up and collaborate with his brand.
Yeah.
Okay, some say real estate boom in Asaba is just a bubble and that land values are being inflated on purpose. What's your take on this related to the price you're talking about?
Yeah, yes, you're also still right. Now, from the angle of a real estate person, first of all, he got to buy the land. Then he bought it some XYZ amount. He have to clear the land. You have to bring the street lights. You have to erect some fence, beautify the place in a way that when you come there, it will be comfortable for you to build and live in.
Yeah.
And all these things are in the cost of buying that land. So you understand? Yeah. And at the end of the day, after the demarcations and everything put in place, that the price there is outrageous to some people, worth it to some people.
Yeah.
Then you still see these local land sellers. When they hear that this real estate is selling this particular place for an XYZ amount, they'll say, what? And we sold it to you this amount? No. We want to. So this is where these agendas of price inflation comes from. Because immediately the real estate kicks off and gets a price, they will forget that this real estate, before they put that price, they have done a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now, them that they don't have any work to do, they will just come and put a price and tell you that we're selling the same price with the estate. Wow. And it's mad.
That's very interesting.
Mad. Sometimes they can even come to create problem in the real estate, telling the real estate that the land is not yet paid for full. We undergo severe difference of matters. You see a local seller comes to you, sells all their land to you, you pay them outrightly, the documents are well signed, and tomorrow, when they hear the price you are selling, they will forget that there were one or two things you put on ground. They might start coming to give you trouble. That the same place that they sold to you is owned by someone. So these are things that the real estate owners go through day by day. And they try as much as possible to make sure that their customers does not know this.
Yeah.
So you can understand the pain they are going through. Even though the estate is in court, even though the estate is undergoing some crisis, land crisis, they will still try as much as possible to solve those crises with their money and make sure that their customers remain safe, to protect their personality.
Wow.
That's really so. That's why I advise, if you want to get a land, I advise, get a land from a company that is well known, from a company that have integrity. Don't just get a land from a nobody just because it's cheap or just because you feel you won't pay any higher. Yeah. That's my advice. End up having problems. That's my advice. So you won't end up having problems. At least if you buy a land from a company, you have someone to hold. You have a reputation to hold. Because if that company ends up not giving you your land, you are going to hold them responsible. And if you start getting outside that this particular company does not meet up to their standards, the company will go out of market.
Flag.
Which every company don't want that.
Yes.
But buying land from a local seller who does not have a name, that money you are giving to him might be his ticket abroad. And when he has left, who are you going to hold? Who are you going to hold?
Wow. This is really impressive. I believe you guys are learning from this because you cannot get these advices on the streets. It has to take experience and years on the field to know what's really happening. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that. Also, this is Chief Lucky Abuah, your real estate consultant. That's his number right there on the screen. Don't fail to reach out to him if you have any case or issue in land that you're dealing with currently. Okay, that's quite interesting, and I believe a lot of people have insights from these answers. Now, let's move down before we get to the number 5 spots for the week, your top 5 song. A lot of people struggle to buy land due to the outrageous pricing. Do you think real estate moguls like yourself are making land ownership too difficult for the average person?
Not at all.
Wow.
Even if you are a fish seller, even if you are a mechanic,
There's a
platform for installment.
Wow.
Even if it's 100,000, all you just need to do is walk into a company. They will take you for an inspection, pick what you want, and have a discussion with them. And I think that is the best way, because there is no local seller out there that is going to be patient enough to take 50 or 100,000 from your hand every day or every month from you. But a company can have such patience
And the structure.
All just need to do is negotiate with the company. You understand? That's just all you need to do. So it's still advisable. It's 100 to buy land from any real estate. I'm not even telling you to come buy from Mayo, but buy from a real estate company
That has its name.
And an integrity to protect.
Yes.
It is very advisable.
Quite understandable. We've had stories about land disputes turning violent. Have you ever had to deal with a situation where things got physical over land?
If you don't have that over land, that means you are not yet a land baron. You must face these things, and that is where the police need to work. That's why you see, I know sometimes they will say police don't interfere in land. No, police and land goes the same way, because if there is land, there is crime. So police must come in to treat the crime out of the bag, so that the land can be okay for you, free of crime. If not, there'll be a lot of crime there. We face a lot of damages sometimes. Sometimes you will hear report property from this particular local village. You will see another local village coming to claim that land. We still need to go to the other local village to make sure we settle them. All for this, our customers' interest to be protected.
A lot goes
behind the back door for any real estate company. A lot. All the client knows is that I paid you money. Give me my land, I will shout you. And because that name
must be protected. You don't want that for the community to feed. You don't want that.
That's that. When they drag me one to now, everywhere don't finish.
And nobody go on bring business coming.
So that is why we do everything in our power to make sure we protect our customers out there. And a shout out to those customers out there that subscribe to land, especially the one abroad, overseas. It's not easy. You see, some of the people, the major people that buys this property are not in Nigeria.
Wow, that's to tell you the trust.
So the trust, they don't know you, they don't know your company. But for the fact they see your company is existing, your company is secured, your company is truthful, they will invest their money.
And also have testimonial.
Too. So a shout out to them, because it's not easy out. You understand? So, and in real estate, you can also make money in real estate. You can buy a property today and sell it tomorrow. You can buy a property today and sell it next month. It is a business of the real estate. That is why it's good to buy from a company. For example, you can buy a land on an XYZ amount for this company and wait. Immediately the company changes their price, you will change your price. You can also still tell this company, even when they have not changed their price, I want to sell, but this is the price I want to sell. They will market yours.
Wow.
So stress-free. All you just need to do is pay the regular percentage you guys settles up. And that is all. And the best part of it is that your land is secured in an estate. Not, I have a land somewhere.
You don't even know the position.
You don't know the position. I have a land, But imagine when you say, I have a land in Henrique Empire Garden. I have a land with P1. Why I call P1? I am the major suppliers of P1 when it comes to P1 in Delta State. About precisely the
P1 we all know.
Yes. So it's not just we don't just sell land to individuals, we sell to investors also. People that want to invest in real estate, we can help them look for genuine lands and the genuine people, the genuine owners of that land to deal with. So because why? I am an indigent.
Yes, the son of the soil.
A son of the soil. So I know who, and I know who to meet. So yes, so in order for some of these investors out there not to suffer loss, we do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting to know more. I think this is really turning into a class. But before I digress further, let's quickly know your top 5 songs of the week. We're saving the best for the last. So we are starting from number 5 spot. Which of the lucky record will you fix in that position?
Jam bless me.
Jam bless me.
Whiskey.
Wow. What do you take away from the song when you play it?
It's like a prayer to me. I can communicate with my God like that. Anytime I play that song, I'm always emotional and I communicate with God because the song is just more of a prayer.
Wow.
Yeah, if you listen to it, you will know what I'm saying.
Alright, Jack Bless Me by Whiskey has been locking Chief Lucky and Dwarf's number 5 spot. What are we waiting for? Let's go check out the record again.
Say my ja bless me, oh. Ja bless me. Yeah, he take away the pain that stays stressing. But sin about my God, really bless.
Welcome back to the show. This is the week of 5 shoes, and that was Da Bless Me by Whiskey. I think I'm not beginning to correlate to the record. I'm hoping that you will also add that song to your playlist. Alright, before I digress further, there are still some questions on the list that we'll have to touch on. They say money brings enemy. Have you faced any betrayals or backstabbing from people close to you in real estate business?
You must face it in life, not just real estate business.
Wow.
If you can face it in life, then you can face it in anything.
Yeah.
You must, as growing up as a man, you must.
Wow.
Because that's how you know your step and know where you're going to. I don't take betrayals as I said. That it doesn't get to me that much.
So how do you handle it?
I just handle it by God just wanted to know the truth.
So do you still deal with them?
I know my limits. They said eat with the devil, but use the longest.
Wow.
They didn't say don't eat. They said when eating, using not.
That sounds like a mafia. So you're not scared of being poisoned.
No, I'm not scared of being poisoned because I'm watchful.
Wow.
And I know that my God is watchful for me too.
Okay, it's very interesting to know. Many landlords complain about the Asaba real estate mafia, a group they say dictates land prices and control major sales. Does such a thing exist, and are you part of it?
You see, opinions are everywhere flying around, But what I can say is that I'm not sure that real estate have that group of company where they discuss this. Every real estate company has their loss and have their gain. And every real estate company wants to push the other out of the game.
Exactly.
So if there is a kind of a union, I don't think there will be these rivals.
You don't believe in that? I don't believe in that narrative. Wow. Okay, some people say you don't show off much, but your influence is undeniable. Why do you choose to stay low-key despite your power in the game?
There is different from when you are hustling, when you suffer to make your money, and when you are playing to make your money. It's two different things. If you play to make your money, you care about side. If you suffer to make your money, you can't still lose.
Wow, I don't think there's any other better answer for that. That comes to talk. Okay, people know Great Empire as a businessman, but not everyone knows about your giving side. Can you share some of your most impactful philanthropic efforts?
Well, I'm not sharing it because I want people to know. I don't like putting that side of me public, because I feel it's two ways. If you give and take praises, if you take it, your pay from God.
You've helped a lot of people secure properties in Asaba. Have you ever gifted land to someone in need?
God knows I have. Wow, God knows I have. Many officers in the WT have built their houses because of me. Wow.
That's impactful.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen your influence stretch beyond real estate into community development. What motivates you to keep giving back?
Because the street is giving me. You must give. That's the job. When you are a businessman, you buy materials to sell, right? When you sell, you go back to buy. So land business is like a street business. Mogul is like God owns that. Forget all these local villages are just the ones taking care of that particular land. You say, I own it. It's not you that own it. You are the caretaker. Just as God gave us children and said, you said me, I just the caretaker to those children. These children still belongs to God. And even to government. That you have a child doesn't mean you have the right to kill the child. That child belongs to government. You understand? If you harm that child, the government will come for you despite your other parents. That's how land is. Run the streets. It's run by the streets. So when you are taking from it, you have to give.
If well, man, again, this is like a whole class actually. Before I roll down to the questions, let's do the number 4 spot from the week. Put up the record on the
Number 4 spot. That number 4 spot, I'll give you to Kesa.
whiskey. It's okay. I think you have something special.
Yeah. Just
Have you met him personally?
No, I've not, but he's been fun.
Wow. Robert.
I like the fact that he's a hustler.
Chief Lucky Abuah has just got a Kese by Whiskey on number 4 spot for the week. Let's quickly check out the record.
Kese, baby, kese. How many times they go tell the person? They know the people, they learn the lesson. Shama ya baby, they baby. And it's a vibe anytime you did.
Welcome back to the show. This is the WT5S. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done that. Also, drop your comments on the section if you have a face you want to see on the guest spot. The seat is for those at the top of the page. Drop your comments. I will look into them. Maybe in the forthcoming episode, you might just see them on a guest seat. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Most importantly, turn on the notification updates so you don't miss out on any of the episodes coming your way. Chief Lucky Abuah, it's really an honor to have you. Your energy is all over the place. We are so excited. Okay, before we move on to your number 3 spot for the week, if there was one thing you could fix about Asaba to make life better for its people, what would it be?
To make life better,
Yeah.
build houses.
Wow.
Because the rate of tenant houses right now in Delta State as a whole is outrageous. The price of houses right now, the tenants, everybody are complaining. So if I have my way, I'll build houses. I'll put it on a low rate, affordable by these people.
Well, that's making life better.
Yeah, I think that's just what Asaba needs.
With all the success you've achieved, what's one legacy you want to leave behind in Delta State?
Name. Well, good name. Wow. That's what I want to leave. I believe that's what is going to help my generations.
Yeah. Some people believe real estate tycoons are just about profits. What's one thing you've done that proves otherwise?
As real estate tycoons is about profits, yeah, and it enables you to do good.
Okay, so that's a valid point.
Yeah, you let the business you are doing, you do it for profit. Yeah, but not in that profiting. That is great.
Okay, now let's move on to the issue of kidnapping, cult-related violence. It has been on the rise in places like Imuzo and Asaba. What do you think are the practical steps that should be taken to tackle these issues?
Security. Wow. Although I used to tell people, when these what slow down all these kind of crimes, cultism, kidnapping, and all these things, what slowed it down before is for one line, So And I think now is no more the tip of the game. I feel that the security FCC is handling them. Yeah, and I'm not sure it's part of it. So right now, everybody out there wants money.
Yes.
Imagine someone that can be eating dollars, and right now it's not. He doesn't have anything, and he wants to do anything. So I just believe that we should be security-wise anywhere we have.
Okay, so everybody has that responsibility.
Yeah, securing themselves. Yeah, but it should be all secure. We should take note, and we should make sure the police number is not far from us. If you sense anything, you can help. You must help the police with information to work around their neighborhood. You're sensing something, a kind of gathering, a kind of cohort. Even if you know the boys, it doesn't mean you shouldn't call for help, because that's where it starts.
Yes.
That's where it starts. Out of where they are smoking, drinking, and smoking, they think rubbish.
As a philanthropist, what practical steps are you taking?
I provided a lot of vehicles for the security. Some I help with some of their needs.
Okay.
You get a start. So
I think you have made your own permanent. Let's pray that. Okay, quickly. Let's not in a public spot for the
yes, bundle by bundle. Yeah, that's a kid. Let's not talk about.
Bundle by Abuah has been brought in by Chief Lucky Abuah on the number 3 spot for the week. Let's quickly roll that up. Welcome back to the show. This is the WT5S series. Don't go nowhere. We have Chief Lucky Abuah, a double chief on the building. Okay, Chief, before we move on to the number 2 spot, the list is getting hotter. Let's play a game of this so that the viewers can get to know you on a more deeper level. Would you choose money or fame?
Money or fame?
Yes. Would you choose to be rich or famous?
I don't want to be famous. I choose to be rich.
With money, you can get the fame, I guess. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, phone calls, SMS.
So I prefer SMS.
Wow, don't like this stuff.
I better keep all those calls in business and what. But you see the space search.
Wow. Okay, that's good to know. Do you choose to be afraid or embarrassed?
It's better for me to be afraid than embarrassed.
You get embarrassed at the time.
So many viewers will think, this man they fear. No. Even the will say, you need to fight another day. There are some embarrassments we have to take.
Okay.
And there are some that you would love to take. In every fight you want to go out there, first of all, you have a right. If this fight is not going to profit you, if the fight is going to spoil your name, anything that is going to affect the good name I want to have, good way, I'm going to be afraid of it.
Yes.
But anything that to bring plus on this good name I want to have, if it's embarrassment or if it's to have.
Wow, that crazy.
Yeah.
Last but not least, happiness or success?
Happiness.
Wow.
Now anything that make me happy, I will do it.
That's interesting, man. These are actually deep. I believe these insights will make you know Chief Lucky Abuah or more deeper. That's the company info right there on the screen. Don't fail to reach out if you feel the need. Before the number 2 spots of the week, are there any upcoming titles that we're expecting?
Yes. We're expecting Million We Know. And it means water no get enemy. It's not for fun. It's not for fun. Yeah. This some people will say you are just out there taking titles. No. There must be 1 or 2 impacts I have done in that community. Then just wish me to give it to me. You understand? Yeah. Like this Ochaya in here. Yeah. I went to their hospital. I cleared off on the patient. I gave over 500 bikes free. So the king was like, but he decided to give me a chair. you know. So as a Uzo, and so as this meeting, which will be happening on the 13th of April.
Where exactly is
Anando's in Anambra.
Wow, am I invited?
You are very much welcome. It's a community that at this age, they still go to the street of the federal. Wow. Yeah, you can see the backwardness. So, and I just feel that when I visited there, I saw there was a love in that peace. And I feel that it's a stress where I see old women, small children going to the stream to wash their surf, to fetch their water. I decided to give them a free bottle in a center that will be easy for the whole community.
And it's running now.
That's why I'm taking the title on the 30th.
Wow, that's a point. So we shouldn't be surprised if we see God's blessings raining on you. Okay, let's quickly know the number 2 spot for me. Which song is fixing in that position? The number 2 spot. Yes, it gets important. This number 2 spot is hot. I give it to high blood pressure. Then any of my songs has meaning, that because no matter how you see it, high blood pressure day. So no matter how the problem day, just forget it. Leonard Abdulashkoda, high blood pressure. What a part relatable. HBP by Leonard Abdulashkoda has been locked in on Chiefs on the 2 spots of the league. Let's quickly run that record up.
So man don't start to the auto. Got no time for no slow-mo. Love my guys, no be home. Got this speech on the choco. Some OG, no be OG.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It depends from where you are watching from. I am Chief Lucky Abuah. DK Anamali is one of Ibuzo, Ochaya one of Opio Kingdom. The CEO, Henrik Empire Garden Limited, and this is the weekly top 5 series by DJ Randy. And my number 1 song is Rema, Baby Is It a Crime? Go check it out and you will love. You don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Baby, tomorrow. You know say you matching my steez. You know I'm a G. Shawty, I'm always keep it real. I know they for too much whining,
That was Is It a Crime, Rema on his number 1 spot for the. That's quite a banging record. I mean, everybody can relate to that record. Sadly, this is so draw the curtain for the day. I hope to see you guys on the next episode. Don't forget to turn on your notification update so you don't miss out on any of the music episodes coming your way. This is DJ Randy University, your host, and I'll be right here sitting back, waiting to see you on the next one. Ciao, guys.